Hey y'all, today I am making good on a promise that I made to myself and that I made to y'all. In a recent video, I explained 5 things that I was going to quit doing in my garden to maintain peace and serenity and happiness in my garden space. And today I am tackling one of those things that I'm going to quit doing. And that is, it was under the category of quit buying, over planning, and too many projects at once. Okay, and I explained that I had my side porch was just full of plants that I had to do something with. And so before I can start another project, I'm gonna have to clear all those plants out. And it's happening today. But luckily, my oldest son, Jeb, is here to help me. So hopefully, by the end of the day, we will have that side porch tackled and some areas in my garden looking refreshed. So come on and let's see what we're gonna do. But let me show you the plants that I'm gonna tackle first. If you will see, just take a look at this stash. In my little red wagon here, I have pansies and ornamental cabbage and kale. More right here. And then a cartload of pansies right here. But let me back up a minute, because last night I tackled all of the vegetable starts that I recently bought at my favorite nursery, and I got all of those planted. So I kind of have a jump start on today, but I was really proud of myself for getting that done. And I'll take y'all up there and show y'all where they ended up. I hope that they'll survive and thrive if we can keep the critters out. All of this talking is fine and good, but I have got to get started. I could sit here and talk to you all day long. But it's the act of getting out of this paralysis and going ahead and starting something. That's where I get hung up. So let me get this hair up and we're gonna get started. I don't think I'd be able to work a lick if I had to have my hair down. Okay, let me get my apron. I love wearing an apron to garden in. I've got one more clip for my hair, so you know I mean business. I'm going for work and not aesthetic today. All right. So, what do we want to do first? What do y'all want me to do first? I think that I need to get some of these pansies off of my hands so I can feel like I have a win. All right, I think I know where I'm going to put them. Okay, I'm about to tackle these containers right here. If you remember back in the late spring, early summer, I got these containers from Lowe's, and they had white vinca and angelonia, and they were beautiful. But you can see they bit the dust. So it's time to put something else in these containers. And you know what I just realized? There's no soil in those containers. Because when I took the old plants out of that container, when I put this one in there, it all came up in one big bowl. So, and I don't have any bagged soil, but I do have some big containers up there where I grow my vegetables that have lots of soil in those containers, and I'm not growing anything in those right now. So I'm gonna borrow from those containers, and I'm gonna get some of my compost, my homemade compost, and mix it all together and put in here. Yep. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the name of the game, especially when you live far away from a store that sells bagged soil and you don't have any money. So That's what we're gonna do. Oh good, Jeb is here. My muscle for the day. Hey Jeb. He's my oldest and he is about to get started on some of these grasses that I bought. But I'll show you that in a minute. And he has the wheelbarrow and a shovel. I think we'll go get the soil and come right back here. Hold on. Okay, what we did to get this soil, up there in my garden space, I had a big like cattle feed trough and I had grown cucumbers in it for the past 2 or 3 summers. Well, of course, the cucumbers are gone now, but it was full of soil. I'm sure it was maybe some garden soil and topsoil and mulch and that kind of stuff that I had bought, you know, like at Walmart or somewhere. And so it had broken down pretty good. So we got that soil, and then I went back to my compost bin where I take my kitchen scraps, yard debris, leaves, all that kind of stuff, and got a lot of compost and mixed with the soil from the cucumber bucket up there. And I want y'all to look at this and see how pretty it is. I mean, I still see some eggshells in here. It takes a long time for eggshells to break down, but that's fine with me. There's some like hardwood pieces in here. It's real dark. There's organic material in here, so that will allow good drainage for these pots. So this is what we're going to use. And I just wanted to show y'all this soil to let y'all know it's okay to reuse soil. I do it all the time. There is no way in the world that I could fill up my pots with new potting soil every summer or every spring. But I add some good stuff to it, kind of mix it up, do it around, and voila, pretty planting mix. So that's what we're gonna do. When I went to my favorite plant store the other day and bought all this stuff, I bought 2 sweet osmanthus shrubs. They're small now, so they'll go in this container. But in the spring, I will get them out of the container and plant them up in my landscape somewhere. But they're evergreen, and so I'm just going to put them in here. They're deer resistant. The deer don't like them because they have a fruity smell. And this and some violas, I think that's what's going to go in this pot. I do not have drip irrigation, so I'm going to have to be pretty consistent about keeping this watered. I got a really good deal on these. These 1 gallon sweet olive shrubs were only $9 a piece. So that was good. Okay, so I have the soil packed all around the container, so I'm going to pull that out and then place this in. And there's enough room around the root ball, I'll be able to plant the pansies around it. Oh gosh, I didn't get that centered. Ooh, that bothers me. Let me regroup. Okay, now. So I'm gonna get these planted and I'll show you how they turn out. I've got a motor. I'm getting behind. Jeb is planting a pink muley grass for me. Ooh, that is so pretty.
Right there?
Yeah, that looks good. Hey, check the root ball and see if we need to break it up. Yeah. See that root ball,
Yeah.
Jeb?
Yeah.
I mean, show it to my friends. Yeah, you need to get my hoary knife and kind of cut it up a little bit. He's cutting the whole bottom of the grass off because it's nothing but a root mat. All right, that's
just
good.
Breaking it up at the bottom so it don't.
Okay.
They stuck together.
This hillside right here is a tough spot to grow anything. Well, planting on a hill is hard anyway, but especially without irrigation, because you know when you do get rain, it all kind of flows downhill.
Like that?
I think, yeah, that's it.
Right here.
I'll help you. At that ground. First of all, it's terribly, terribly dry. And second of all, this hillside is terrible. This soil is terrible. It's not good topsoil at all. This soil was brought in once upon a time. And it's just not good stuff. That's one reason it's so hard to grow stuff on this hillside. But if we keep after it and keep planting things that are tough and keep mulching and watering, maybe eventually one day things will grow here easier. I mean, practically we need a pickaxe.
Yeah.
The grass that we're putting right there is this right here. And it is called, well, where'd the tag go? Where'd the tag go, Jeb? It's some kind of miscanthus. I don't know. I'll find the tag somewhere and I'll let y'all know. Don't hurt yourself with that water can now, Jeb.
Just gonna put it down here and kind of go ahead and soften
Give the root ball a fighting chance.
Uh-huh. We can all mix this up and make a sludge.
Yeah. This is Jeb, and he's my oldest. And guess what? He's engaged. He's getting married May the 30th. Yeah, so we're excited. He's been doing a lot of wedding planning. I'm just kidding. Mary Grace, his fiance, would beg to differ. Jeb is like, okay, fine, whatever, it's good with me, I don't care. So, yeah. But he's a good one. Update, I finished planting these containers. Ooh, shadows. But those are violas that are in there. And I used a purple and white and then an all white. And those should fill out. And those will probably last through the whole winter. We got the miscanthus grass planted up here on this tough as nails hill. Oh, I think that looks pretty. And I found the tag. This is what it is. Cabaret. So it'll have those little plumes on it in the summer. Oh yeah, so I think that's real pretty. All right. Next stop, oakleaf hydrangeas. All right, here we are with the oakleaf hydrangeas. And we're gonna put them in this bed right here. And they should do well because there's already an oakleaf hydrangea there. That's been there for years and years. So we're gonna put one of these right here where Jeb is digging it. Oh my gosh, it is so dry. This is the east side of the house, so it'll get morning sun and afternoon shade. Now for the first year, I'll have to be sure to keep it watered really well. But after it's established, it should do well on its own. Let me just show you what our soil looks like.
It's like we live in Arizona or New Mexico.
I know it. That's probably good right there.
Now water? Or no?
I'd give it a little bit of water, yeah. The plant has been watered well. So the root ball is wet. If we could get the hole damp, then maybe it won't go into shock. And look, this plant was only $9. These little 1 gallon oakleaf hydrangeas. Thought that was a good deal. Girls, boys, I go to the plant store looking for the good deals. Uh-oh, is that you, Jeb?
Yep. Tell me when.
That's good. Ta-da! We found a spot for the other oakleaf hydrangea. In this spot under these magnolia trees, it'll get morning sun from over there, and then it'll get afternoon shade. But as luck would have it, there's landscape fabric under here from about, I don't know, 22 years ago. So we've just cut a hole with the blade in the landscape fabric. And of course there are roots from the magnolia trees and all other kind of ish. So we're having to peck our way through this soil. And I don't know, the soil that's under landscape fabric just doesn't look very healthy to me, ever. I mean, I guess it's okay because, I mean, the magnolia trees are growing and the azaleas right here bloomed real pretty this spring, but I don't know, it could look better. So maybe later on this fall, maybe one of my projects, when I get caught up, maybe a project could be pulling up the rest of the landscape fabric in this shade bed. I mean, pickaxe city, baby. I mean, we have a shovel, but
well, it's just not.
It's too rooty and it's too hard to get any kind of scoop with that shovel. So, hand picking it is. I'm sorry, Jeb. Oh, I know I can cut it.
Woo!
No problemo.
Thing was.
See? But keep your fingers away from it because it'll lop it off. We'll cut this one too. Oh my God, that looks like a bone, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But it's a root. Okay. Then, we're not going to be using it, so I'm taking the battery out of it. So, no accidents occur. responsible gardening, Jeff.
Now we got more roots.
We moved the diva. She's not drooping now. She does have a bad side. Hopefully she'll make a comeback. She's at the back of the house where it's shady, and I'll be able to see it from my kitchen window. So that'll be a bright yellow spot out my kitchen window. All right, girl, we're pulling for you. Hey, Rebel. I'm taking a water break. Thought I'd fill y'all in on what all we've gotten done. We planted the 2 oakleaf hydrangeas. I got the containers on the driveway planted. We planted the 2 grasses. I had a native honeysuckle, coral honeysuckle, and it has been in the nursery container. Either July or August was a year. So I had to get that one planted. So we planted that over by the retaining wall. Where we planted that cabaret grass, we dug up a barberry. So we planted it by the retaining wall also. I moved the diva. We dug her up and dug a hole back behind the house where it's shady all day long. And that hole was hard to dig. It's so dry. It is so dry. And there's so many roots back there around the magnolia tree in the back. So Jeb that took some time. But we got that done. What else did we do? I don't know, it doesn't sound like a lot now, but it was. It is a lot. I still have all those pansies to plant and the ornamental cabbages and kales. But I'm gonna put those in containers, pretty much. But anyway, I'm about to get back at it. I wanted to show y'all where I planted all the vegetable starts that I had bought. I think it was like 3 flats of vegetable starts. But I filled this green stalk container with, well, there were a couple of strawberry plants already in here, but I put some lettuces up here. I think that's a strawberry. Lettuce, that's a strawberry. That was a strawberry, I think it's dead. And then I'm not sure what that is, but I planted it. It's pretty. Those are the beans that I planted. There's some, I guess it's red lettuce. Here's a strawberry. That was already in there. I don't know what that is. That might be a weed. Lettuce. Woo! Gosh, that scared me. It's a lizard. Oh, that scared me. Oh, almost had a heart attack. Okay, all these are beans, lettuce, beans, all different kinds of lettuce, bib lettuce, fancy lettuce. Anyway, there's another strawberry. This one is called Chinese cabbage, Merlot. I don't know if it'll grow in that green stalk or not, but we'll see. this red salvia. It's going strong. In this raised bed, I have spinach, broccoli, cabbage, and more spinach. Over here, I have kale, more kale, and more kale. I don't even know if I like kale. I think it's pretty, though. If it'll grow, I'm going to eat it. And then we have cabbages over here. We shall see. Listen to those birds. Well, it's a couple of days later, and you can see that I did not get all of my pansies and ornamental cabbages planted. They're still in the wagon here on my front porch. I pulled them under here because I didn't want the deer to eat them. But heck, the deer might even come up on my front porch. But I think that's just the prettiest little picture. That's a beautiful display in my daddy's radio flyer. That's just gorgeous. But let me show you this. Listen to those birds. Well, it's a couple of days later, and you can see that I did not get all of my pansies and ornamental cabbages planted. They're still in the wagon here on my front porch. I pulled them under here because I didn't want the deer to eat them. But heck, the deer might even come up on my front porch. But I think that's just the prettiest little picture. That's a beautiful display in my daddy's radio flyer. That's just gorgeous. The whole purpose of today's video was to get my side porch cleaned off and planted, get everything planted that's been sitting over there forever. And so I still lack those wagons of the pansies. These violas are perking up and looking happier since I planted them. It's cool this morning, so I think they appreciate that. I have a sweater on. And this is the sweet olive. It's looking good. And same over here for this one. The birds are happy this morning. I love it. The Miscanthus Cabaret is looking pretty. I hope that it'll do well in that hard to grow spot. It may be just the thing this hillside needed. I love it. The pink muley grass is a stunner. I like how the morning sun glows on the seed heads. So pretty. I still have these to plant. This is Carex Everillo. They're hardy. They're perennials. They'll last through. I may put these in some containers. I'm not sure about that. But they look good right there. Here's one of the oakleaf hydrangeas. And look. A varmint. I'm going to have to fill that hole in and maybe... I don't know what else to do about it. Rebel, you need to be chasing these varmints out of this yard now. keep my eye on that. Here's the other oakleaf hydrangea. It looks good. I don't think anything's been bothering it. Knock on wood. It's pretty. And here's the diva over here in the shade where she likes it. She hasn't drooped the first time. I just had her in the wrong spot. I'm sorry. It was my fault. This is her bad side. My fault. I can see her from my kitchen window right there. So I will be keeping a close watch on her. Make sure she's happy. It was a good day of gardening. I was able to get some things accomplished that have been weighing on me. I'm still not completely finished. Maybe when I get off work today, I'll be able to plant some things out. It'll just take a little bit of time, but I will not start another project until I get all of this completed. Promise. But probably my favorite thing about the day was being able to hang out with Jeb. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, and he was such a big help to me. Oh my, I would probably still be trying to dig those holes with that little shovel or a pickaxe. It was rough digging. I mean, even he had a hard time. But it was a whole lot of fun. I hope maybe he learned something. Heck, he probably taught me some stuff too. I encourage y'all to get in your yards and do something fun. Start a project, but go ahead and finish it too. Don't be like me and start something, leave it undone, and then go start something else and never finish it, and then go buy something else and never even plant it. That's not the way to do it. Do as I say, not as I do. But do encourage others to join you in the garden. That's one thing I'm going to start doing, is asking people to come and help me. They may like to garden and just don't even know it yet. So if you know somebody who needs to be outside, invite them into your yard. Even if they don't help, maybe they just like to walk around and see what you got. It'd probably brighten their day. You could be a blessing to them just by touring them through your yard. Y'all have a good day. Bye.